Bikes are coming along, guys. That's the camera rolling now, so if you want to do some outtakes, then feel free to do some outtakes.
Oh, yeah.
How should we do it? I need the T-drum for myself this time off the camera. Got a really cool band to show you. If you guys want to see a cool metal band from the UK,
Yeah.
check these guys out. So you think it's like you think it's a Mobile Angel tribute band, but they might be. I'll just show some stuff here.
Raised cow?
No, they're called Raised by Owls.
Raised by Owls.
I heard of these guys.
I think I've heard, yeah.
UK band. So I thought we'd show you a band you've probably not heard of, or like a cool metal band. So yeah, I think we're all set now. Cameras are on, lights are on.
Yeah.
Hats need to be off. Here's the hats off.
Oh,
Take that off.
sorry.
Hats off. Here's the. Is the can you get your head down, or is that an undercut?
I had that. You mean like?
Yeah, can I go down, or is that an undercut? Yeah, it's an undercut, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where you go. Yeah, so I've got my head down, hats off, cameras on, lights are on. Nice day out there. Once a week in the house.
Oi.
The two homies, the two repping the merch.
Yeah, well,
The same.
the new merch for the fifth album. So
That just came out.
yeah, so we got some shit made for the album, and we try to promote it as well as we can, and it's been a good seller as well with on the tour. So
Yeah.
we very much like the design, both on the album cover and the new one the special one for the t-shirts.
That's very cool, brilliant stuff. So yeah, we're actually gonna this will be our first on the podcast. We should give a wee drum roll. Should we give a wee drum roll for you guys? We'll see we clap. Welcome to the Hats Clear Down podcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my old school way to do it again.
Yeah.
The last band's to introduce the band. I'm gonna say welcome to the Hats Clear Down podcast. We're on episode 95. Quite a long way now, haven't we? A long way.
A long way, yeah.
Yeah.
We came from our home place is Norway, Bergen.
Yeah. Well, we've come a long way for the podcast, just coming up to 95 episodes. That's a long way since we first started it, you know.
Oh yeah.
But this is the first on the podcast, and then the first international band all the way from Norway.
Thanks for having us, Chris.
Once a week. Thanks for
for
coming
having
on,
us.
guys.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, It's been a minute since I last seen you guys. I saw you guys last year at the Banshee Labyrinth when the Deva venues in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
I was down at that day.
You remember the Banshee gig?
Yeah, of course.
It was
Me too.
tight venue.
Tight.
Tight, and
Yes.
it was
Just a sweat.
packed.
Yeah. I think there was a
People
lot.
was dancing, and it was a good time.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of people who wanted to move more, but it was packed. So it was, in Norway we would call silly tunna, but in English it's pretty much
Still
like...
in the barrel.
Yeah,
It's a
it's like
Norwegian
herring
saying.
in the barrel.
Herring in the barrel. It's a Norwegian saying when it's packed. You're
Yeah.
standing like a herring in the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another word we sometimes call, but I'm not going to say that.
We tracked off a bit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You were playing that place called the Barrels in Berwick-upon-Tweed, I believe.
Yeah.
Not a place where a lot of metal bands would play.
No,
Berwick-upon-Tweed.
That's a great venue.
Yeah.
More bands should play there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think Berwick-upon-Tweed needs a established metal scene.
But they have people around in the area that travels there to
Yeah.
come to shows.
Come here,
Yeah,
Berwick-upon-Tweed.
and David, the guy who promotes it and runs there, is a great guy. So
That's good.
I would recommend everyone, if they get the chance, to go play there. It's tight, it's small, but the atmosphere is
That's
just the way you want it.
I hope that's going to be a good venue for rock bands in the future to play as well, metal bands and so on. Like it might be a potential good venue for bands to play Berwick-upon-Tweed, because that's a bit low key at the moment for a lot of bands. Berwick-upon-Tweed, you don't get the odd. I don't think I've ever thought Berwick-upon-Tweed being a bit of a it's a really nice town. Like
the town is beautiful.
beautiful.
I mean, it has so much history. You have the Edinburgh Castle, and you have Hogwarts, the Outtakes. Like there's so much history around there.
It's a beautiful town.
Yeah.
Did you take a walk around the walls of that when you arrived?
We only went over sort of the bridge.
Yeah.
And we found a fishing chip.
Oh yeah.
I think Follies, I think it's probably not too many fishing.
Yeah, something like that.
There's a couple there.
It's pretty much the only thing we have time for when we come to a venue. We mostly just put the shit inside and then
load in,
get
some food, and then we try to rest. And sometimes today we have a bit more time. So
because you're also playing in Glasgow as we record it. You're playing Glasgow tonight, and this is to get recorded. So you're playing through. I
learned to say Ken when you're in Glasgow.
Ken.
You say Ken behind everything, and that makes you local.
Ken.
I Ken. Is that right?
Yeah,
I Ken.
I Ken. You feel me?
I'm practicing it.
Yeah, you're finally practicing in some of your Scottish, aren't you?
Yeah. Aye.
Yeah, you said that on the rest of that story, and I thought that was Scottish, you know.
Aye.
Yeah, you'll definitely be using that when you're down in Glasgow tonight, for sure.
I just need a kilt.
Yeah, you got help.
No.
I
should, but it costs a lot if you want a good one.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money to hire them as well.
I've never used one, but I believe, airing the walls and like all the air freshness you get, it has to be brilliant.
You're not allowed to use it on the tour.
Good for the summer, I guess.
I think anyone wants to,
Good for today, we've got some great weather today when we're
I'm used to winter, so I wouldn't mind a little bit of snow.
It could be. I love the sun, and it's been the last few days. It's been perfect.
It's been brilliant. I think
The weather is just.
It's going to be our Scots here today for sure.
Yeah, and we love Scotland because there's it's pretty much the closest to home we get in England. Or in the UK. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, the weather's it's getting a bit warmer these days now, when it gets really cold here, also in the winters, but we don't get very much snow in this country now, to be honest.
Yeah, no, we don't get that much snow. We have maybe 2 or 3 days, almost, but it comes a lot. It's definitely something is happening with
the weather. Even climate change now.
Yeah. So even in Norway, where in the winter we probably would have a few months where there was just snow every day, and now it's maybe we get a few weeks max.
Yeah.
And then it's just sometimes it snows and then it just rains away the same day.
Yeah, that's how quick it was. There was a day it snowed last year in Scotland, in Edinburgh. There was a day, I think the trucks that we created clouds went out the day, they didn't realise it came down. One day, I think it was last November, and it was like it was all white, and then it met with the following day, so weird weather system around these days.
So where I am from, like up north in Norway, you have snow all the time.
Straight up.
Pretty much
all the area, and it's dark, almost like
it's dark,
7 months of the year.
Yeah, and the rest is just you get day all day. The sun never goes down.
How are we to get used to that weather system being that 7 months a year, and then for 6 months? How are we to get used to that? Because it's not like this here, it also gets dark and light every day.
Well, it's kind of obviously the people who are living there, they are already used to it, but it's hard to get used to the day and night cycle not being so. But I think mostly it's the 7 months where it's dark.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. But they have maybe 1 or 2 hours a day with sun. So and I know that in the military, the bases up there, they have to use like not a sauna, what's called tanning beds. They have to do it every day because something happens with your body and your everything just feels bad when you don't get enough of the sun.
Yeah.
So it's
UV light is the same. So
Turn into a vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So should we introduce ourselves? What your role in the band is, because that's something we should do. Because
Right.
Yeah. We can start with the screamer. What do you do for that?
My name is Frode. I'm vocals in Once Awake.
I'm Andre, and I play ukulele. No, I play the guitar, and we have Örjan, who's the drummer. He's doing some other work right now, and Hans-Petter, he's doing everything else.
He's guitar player.
Yeah.
He's producing, mixing, mastering.
Yeah.
So if you need a good someone to do a good job with mixing and production and stuff, he's the guy. He's been doing all of our albums.
And he's produced other bands and artists, so it's worth checking out his other work as well.
He's like the workhorse of the band, and that's then.
Yeah.
He's the, what do you call it, like the catalysator. Like,
He's the fuel and the fire. And he also does the way he does the mixing and everything is so tight, and the sound is so balanced. So we had one album where we figured, okay, it was his idea. He said, okay, we'll just pay someone to do the mixing and everything, and we do the recording ourselves, and we send it, and we'll check how it comes back.
After this.
And I'm not going to tell who it was, but it was someone not very big, but
No,
and
but
then
it's people who mix bigger bands.
Yeah.
So, and we figured out we had to really test Hans-Petter. We figured out, okay, we need a proper mix from someone who was up there.
Yeah.
And then we basically do blind tests, and we figure out, does he stand the ground? And for us, he did. And he's just proven from every album, and like it's he's our guy.
Yeah,
he's our guy.
Yes, because we had the blind test, as he said, and all of us picked Hans-Petter's mix.
Yeah.
So there was no doubt that was the one that we didn't like the other ones because it didn't give us the right feeling. And of course, he's a small control freak, so he wants maybe we need to change 2K and you need to take it up 1 dB and have a bell curve, and then it will be perfect. But if you get a mix for someone and then you have to give them all these minor details, it's almost more work than just do it yourself.
Yeah,
he knows exactly
I
how.
just think he's on a level where it's not many people that notice what he notices in the mix. You know, he has such a trained ear and what is capable of hearing at the same time, because a mix is it's not just 4 tracks with guitar, bass and drums, it's like 100 tracks going down, and he separates everything in the layers, and he hears everything in the chaos.
Yeah.
So he has a ear and an understanding that I think very few have. So it's or people have it, but like for me, I cannot. Like he asks me sometimes, "Do you hear this? Do you hear this?" And I really need to listen to the thing maybe 10 times before I start noticing it. And I don't think it's because I have damaged hearing, you know.
Yeah.
But my hearing is okay. But it's just that he just hears it way better. Like
No, he uses us to, maybe sometimes I listen to it and it sounds a bit boomy, and then he checks, oh shit, yeah, there was something. So we kind of, we help a little bit, but he does most of the work.
Yeah,
the mixing and stuff like that, but we try to do it as a more or less like a common thing, so everyone has a say. So if someone really doesn't like something, then we probably won't do it like that.
Yeah, we work as a team in that way, but but we also come to a point where we just trust him. He comes with a pretty solid idea, a vision where he wants to go. And then we say, for example, we want to rough it up a bit or get it more edgy or stuff like that. And it's small things, really.
Yeah, sometimes he hears or has planned for maybe some songs that we listen to the first demo and it's we're not quite sure about this one. And just give me a few days or weeks, and because when you hear it when I'm finished, and then when he plays it, it's oh shit, yeah, okay,
it sounds really good.
It sounds very, very good. So
I've been listening to I've been listening to music as well, a couple of albums as well. They sound a bit. I do find it reminds me of like In Flames a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know, In Flames. I've never heard of them. No, because there's no hiding that we like In Flames a lot.
We are definitely influenced because we grew up. We have listened to them.
Because they're like the homies at the end of the day. They're Stefan Gothenburg or something, aren't
they?
We have listened to so many bands. It's like you have Lamb of God, you have Blink, you have Sun,
you
have.
It's the mix of the different music inspiration in the band makes that Once Awake, because we like a lot of the same things, and then sometimes maybe I have something weird that I like to listen to, and then there's a part in that type of feeling that I maybe make a riff on, and everyone else likes it, and then we put it on a song.
Yeah, you got some you got some electronic elements as well.
Sorry?
You got electronic bits and some.
Yeah.
And that kind of reminds me of the In Flames kind of vibes going on in some of the songs.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the maybe like techno and trance and stuff like that. It has a bit of metal vibe to it. It's just you have the synth because they have the we like to have some offbeats, and we like to have some different counts instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we maybe have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
and that makes it weird. But when you put enough of them after, you end up on the same. So it's you get a good feeling.
Yeah, that sound quite unique as well.
Yeah.
No, that's a 4x4.
But it's sometimes help to, because sometimes we write something in the studio, and then when this song is so good, we have to play it, and then when we first try to play it, it's very difficult, so we have to use a long time to get the everything in.
Yeah, practice it.
Yeah, so a lot of, especially the ones that has these weird counts, it makes it a bit more difficult.
The drummers as well have to kind of find it a bit funny as well.
Yeah, he loves it. And there's I can't remember which song it is, but there is one song that we used to play a lot before, and he said, I don't like this. I like the song, but I don't like the drums or the way the count goes. And then I have to say, well, that was your idea.
I'm pretty sure you did the Prodigy cover.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you.
Yeah, we did it. We did
We're
this.
doing it on this tour as well.
Yeah.
Sure. That's what I take then. So we're doing that again, so you're doing the Prodigy cover again.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's cool that you did that actually.
It's a lot of fun to play.
I got bounced into that one last time I saw you guys.
Yeah.
Firestar, was it? Firestar you covered, was it?
It's a medley, so we take, I think it's...
Smack My Bitch Up.
Yeah, and we have Voodoo...
Magic People, Voodoo People.
Yeah,
Voodoo People.
Voodoo People, yeah. And...
Invaders Must Die.
Yeah.
Is that the...
Yeah. I think it's 4 different... And we just take the best riffs of the song, because I love Prodigy, but they have the songs are very long with not that much happening, so we just take the fire in those songs, and then we
mash it
together
in one song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a little cool break. And a lot of the people we are playing for, they
like it.
Yeah, and they've never heard us before.
All the metal fans appreciate it as well.
Yeah. So, and they've never heard us before, so it's good to have something that they know.
Yeah.
So that gives it the feeling of the whole show. Yeah. So
definitely benefits as well.
Yeah.
And you played, as I say, you played UK 3 times as well when you got up.
Yeah.
So you definitely know the scene quite a bit now.
Yeah, and there's a reason why we're coming back. It's because we love it.
You know God Tide, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always.
Yeah, we met them.
We have met them and we have played with them 2 times.
Yeah, they came to Norway and played as well in the same festival.
Yeah.
So it's good that you got like homies that show up there and homies that come away.
Yeah, we're starting to get good friends all over the UK now. We have a few in almost every city we go to. So we try as much as we can to stay behind after the show and meet people, talk. Sometimes they take us to a pub or a bar or something with a few times we've been to like arcade pubs and with the old Nintendos and PlayStations and that's just heaven for us. That and good beer, that's perfect.
Pinball and all that.
Yeah.
That's old school.
So we really love it. And the first tour we went on was just almost like a fluke, because we were supposed to be a support on a bigger tour, but that got cancelled 2 or 3 weeks before.
Oh no.
And we already booked everything, so we had a motorhome and tickets to fly and everything. So, and it costs a lot of money, so we figured, okay, we're still going. So we asked the promoter to, can you fix something?
Yeah.
And he really, I think we, instead of the 14 gigs we were supposed to, I think we played 8 or 9 or something like that.
Yeah. So the thing was that when the main band cancelled, he just pushed us up on the roster. And then he said, "Okay, guys, I have something for you, but I can't promise anything." And we were like, "Okay, but we go."
You were headlining. Were you doing like headlining?
So that was we were supposed to be a support band, but we turned out as headlining our own tour. But the thing was that it's your own risk, and we know it was the first trip to the UK.
Because I think you were headlining this tour as well.
Yeah. And the the one last year. So
it's both these two, weren't they?
yeah, we figured it was easier to do that because then we can get the setup as we don't have a need to be the main band or something, but there's something with being the main band makes it a lot easier for us because of the rig that we have, and we can set it all up, and we can always keep it on stage.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we have played support earlier, we have to take the whole rig down, and it takes a bit of time, and it's
when the venue is small as well.
Yeah.
It's like everyone is using different drum kits. For example, you have
Yeah.
4 bands, and I want to use my drums, but hey, bro, have you seen the space there? Can we just use the same and be as practical as we can? Because we try to make things flow.
Yeah.
You don't want, because when it's like
Especially
arrangement like this, you go over time and you start screwing it up for other bands on the venue, and people working there go overtime, because then you have angry fans that you have to cut set and stuff. So
like a 15-20 minute turnover between bands.
So I think we've seen it all.
yeah.
You have to kind of one and get grab your stuff and change over.
Yeah, if we want, we can do a changeover in at least in our part, maybe 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes.
That's
So
we won't get time for a smoke break,
Yeah, no. So it's we've done it a few times when we did a tour with Daguba and Infected Rain a few years ago, and I remember that they were very impressed by how fast we did our changeovers. Sometimes in the beginning they gave us way too much time.
Yeah.
So we were finished a lot earlier than they were expecting. So they had to just have a bigger break.
Bigger treat
Yeah.
before they come home.
Yes, because some people maybe come to see the whole show, but they come only to see that band.
Yeah.
And if they come on the time they were supposed to play, but they've already played 10 minutes, or that's not that
That
fun.
does happen in many like major gigs and that.
Yeah.
I actually went to see Opeth through Glasgow, and the queues getting in there were horrendous.
Oh.
So the queue, I missed Grand Magus. You know Grand Magus, don't you?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's the Sweets.
Yeah.
They were the supporting band.
Alright.
But they played like early, and then me and my bro, we got in after they finished, so we were just got in time for Opeth starting. So I don't know what happened that night. That was the con. It's all a coincidence. Just the queues that were sold out. So the queues went quite far. When they brought, a place called Barrowlands, which is one of your venues in Glasgow. So you get something. It's probably maybe the second or third biggest venue in Glasgow.
Okay.
But it's one in the east end of Glasgow, so it's on the other side. You got the Hydro, it's the big venue for your big bands at Slipknot.
That's cool.
That was the way it kind of was. It wasn't where it meant to be, I guess. The organisers, I don't know who was organising that night. Might not mention it, but it was just a bit of a mess.
Yeah. And that's sometimes it's just so many different things can go wrong on a show.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, it can be just something stupid as maybe a cable or someone just plugged something wrong in a hurry, and of course you can have technical things like the mixer just crashed.
Yeah,
We'd have
it takes like 10-15 minutes to get it all sorted out again.
Yeah.
So it could be like that, and then you only play like 3 or 4 songs on the set, because it's also kind of half your set's obviously got a quarter of your set's obviously went away that time you're fixing something else.
Yeah.
But hey ho, sometimes that's happened. I've seen that in venues, gigs in Edinburgh and just anywhere. It's happened a few times.
Yeah.
So, and like bands don't rely on like woodies and that, to come and to tech, guitar techs and techs to do all the checks. sound if they got guitar techs and woodies you call them, not butcher and that, they'll probably get everything sorted and they don't need to worry about, they can just come on stage about standing on stage and balancing themselves, playing a guitar.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's kind of the dream. But I like to have, and Hospata as well, we like to have that control of our equipment so we know everything and we can fix it. But of course, if we got someone that knows us, and we would have, but that's just another guy we have to pay. And since we're 100% independent, every people we have to pay goes out of money that we could use for something else in the tour. And so that's the reason why we are only us four, and the reason why we don't have a label. It's just because we want to be our own boss. Yeah. Right. So
most bands are like that.
And we get it takes a bit longer to break through and maybe get to the point where you can play shows and go on tours and stuff like that. But when you do, it's worth it because all the work you put in, you get back. Yeah. So it's it's a lot of, but you have to do stuff like sleep in a RV and drive around and do the carrying in and out, and but that's just a small part of it, and it's not that bad. So we've talked to a few that thought we might be crazy for driving so long around in the UK, but for us it's just fun. We like it.
We have to admit it is a bit crazy as well.
Well, we are
in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way. Yeah, it's good.
We should. The only thing we should probably get is like the triangular danger sign for gas, because the four metalheads living in a RV, it gets a bit smelly.
The oxygen level in the motorhome is it's sometimes not too good.
You got one triangle on the back of it or something.
Yeah, well, something. It's just because of there's a lot of farting and burping and stuff like that. So
radioactive.
Yeah, we had one.
Waste.
We had one time. I think that was last year or the year before, and I remember me and Haspata, we woke up and we just felt horrible, like headaches and stuffy, and we were sick and everything just felt wrong. So we went out of the car, and when we opened the door, it was like, okay, so this is air, that's not the air. So we've forgotten to open the windows. Yeah. So it was like and we also had a long day out partying the day before, so we forgot. But then you have all that gas. Yeah. So as soon as we went outside, we were perfect again. So it was just the bad air.
So make sure bands open up the windows on the RVs after a night. Even in any RV, band, just open your windows.
Even if it's cold outside.
Even during the night as well, and just open that air. Because that's what you need, just to let the smells out, just open it during the night. But if it's not too cold, it might be cold. Yeah,
but even if it's cold, you have like duvets and stuff, so you trust me, you want to be cold rather than have no oxygen.
Yeah.
So it's
funny. It's just that's the thing. But you get like sometimes you get like night what they call night anti-effect. I'm just finding the word here. Nightliners, sorry. Right, the proper ones, like they call it actual.
We did the Nightliner with the infected rain, the Nova tour. Back.
Yeah,
that was that was a very, but it's it's very expensive to.
Yeah, because there's a driver, like a driver would drive the Nightliner.
Yeah.
You're just chilling in the back.
We have 2 drivers in the bus, so they go on shift.
Yeah.
And sleep there.
Because they have to drive and driving hours, don't they?
Yeah.
So the driver just swap over, don't they?
They're obligated to have a few days rest.
Yeah.
In
They're just like truck drivers.
Yeah, pretty much. So but the tour we went on last with the Infected Rain, and they didn't have they didn't drive at night mostly.
Yeah.
Sometimes they drive all night.
Yeah.
But this tour they did because it's better for the driver and it's better for us, so we don't sleep when they're driving. Most of us are awake, but I love that was a very good way to tour, because most of the people in the bus, they sleep. I normally wake up at like 6-7.
Yeah.
So I could wake up, go down, make some coffee, and maybe sit down with the computer and do some merch stuff, and it can work in silence and just watch the countryside go by.
Yeah.
It's perfect. So we also get to do that now in the RV, but now we have to drive ourselves. That's the only minus. So we get the even better benefits than a Nightliner in the motorhome, but we have to do the driving. That's the only minus. And
because it's small way.
It's the main roads like A1 and M1 and stuff like that. That's easy. Yeah. When we get into some of the highlands there, and we had one where the GPS just changed the route. Because we want to stay on mostly because it's so wide. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I think that was the first tour. Sometimes. We're up in the mountains, and it was no way.
It must have been it's called highlands or something.
Yeah. So it was beautiful, but it was also kind of scary because.
Were you playing Inverness that night or something?
Sorry?
Inverness, were you playing Inverness one of the?
No, we were down south somewhere, heading to. I don't remember where we were heading to, but we were supposed to follow a road, and Google Maps showed us that there was a road, but I didn't see that it was this small countryside road.
Yeah.
So I pointed the driver in the direction, and we were just out in no man's land. Sometimes they reroute you because there's an accident.
But we have to keep going. Even though there's maybe been an accident. But that's, if you're listening, you should give us an option to take that shit off. I know I'm not the only one, because I tried to Google how to take it away, and there is no way. The only way is you have to download the route, and you have to have your phone on airplane mode or something like that, or with just the GPS, then you can.
That's how it works.
But then that's just stupid. Why can't you just turn it off? Why is it that when it comes up and it's do you want to change the route, and then it's yes or no, but the yes one is the one that goes like and it chooses it. It's just some things like that is annoying.
Basically just on a Wi-Fi internet connection off, and it should be sorted or cancel it, shut the app down, or that should shut it up, but it's always good to talk about tours and that. Is there any little dedicated shout-outs to some bands you want me to say? Have you got any UK bands you want to shout out to?
Do we remember all the bands we have played in now?
You
We
played
played
with
with,
bands.
let's see, we played with Collision Point in Hull.
Yeah.
We played with, what's the name of them again?
You played with a band in Newcastle, I think.
Yeah, in Newcastle we played with Culturist.
Yeah.
Culturist was a great band.
Metalcore band, aren't they?
Yeah, metalcore band. They,
Shout out to these guys.
yeah, they're tight. They know what they're doing. They put on a great show.
Also last night as well.
So if you help me with the names where we have played,
Temple Prophet.
Temple Prophets, yeah,
Yeah.
from yesterday at
Yeah.
Bannerman's and Visha.
They've been on this podcast as well, of course.
Cool,
Yeah.
yeah. And Visha.
Which, yeah, they're quite new bands.
And we always have to give a shout out to Catalysis.
Yeah.
Catalysis,
Catalysis.
sorry. Catalysis,
Oh,
yeah. It's
Catalysis.
my Norwegian.
Catalysis, yeah.
Yeah.
Catalysis,
I think that's-
always a shout out to the.
You were playing up down last year in Edinburgh, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's it.
And last year in
Good homies right there.
Yeah.
Good homies there as well.
Yeah.
Catalysis are great.
And of course, Dog Tired.
Dog Tired, Mighty Dog Tired, they've been on this podcast. So you give a shout to Death Awakes, you know those guys.
Sorry?
Death Awakes, have you heard
Death
of
Awakes, I'm not sure if that rings.
Yeah, 'cause they've played in Edinburgh a few times as well.
Alright,
So,
so yeah, we give them a shout out as well.
international band, you know.
Check it out.
Yeah.
I'll check,
Yeah.
check them out.
Shout out to a band called Hatesphere, do you know those guys?
Hatesphere, the
Yeah.
Danish guys.
Danish guys. Shout
Yeah.
Shout out to Hatesphere. I hope they
Yeah.
come. I hope they can come up to Edinburgh one day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Are
Yeah.
you quite homie? Are they quite? They're homies as well. You know them.
I only met them once, but we haven't played together with them.
Yeah, I hope they can come to Edinburgh one day. Brilliant bands.
Yeah, they're cool.
Sickness with Finn is a great
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
Right, them are melodic death metal as well.
Yeah.
In frames, you know.
Yeah.
Thrash melodic death metal.
Yeah.
Also shout out to Soulfly as well.
And we have to do a shout out to Metallica.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they need some help.
Metallica needs some help.
Shout out to
Big shout out to
Soilwork.
Metallica.
Yeah.
Shout out to Soilwork as well.
Yeah. Well,
Shout out to all the Scandinavian bands
Yeah.
in frames.
Soilwork is actually one of my favorite bands. The first song I ever heard was "Stabbing the Drama,"
Oh, that's a great album.
and
Great album.
we got this. They did something with that album. They gave out the whole album for free
Yeah.
with like this lady talking. This is the fifth album of
Yeah.
Soilwork.
It's quite an old album,
called,
isn't it?
yeah, called "Stabbing the Drama," and then they go
Yeah.
bam, bam, and it kind of fits. So I almost like that version
But it's the
better.
sound as well. It's got
than-
electronic elements.
Yeah, and he's Björn Speed is an amazing vocalist.
Absolutely.
I've seen them live only once.
Yeah.
I met the guitarist it was a festival, and I met him outside afterwards and got to talk to him a bit. I bought him some beers, and
Oh yeah.
it's just I was just floored by the sound they had. It's awesome. So they do
Yeah.
something in Sweden that we're trying to make it more so it's Norwegian that's the best. Swedish.
Yeah, but since we're in Scotland, it just reminded me that there's a Scottish band that I listen to a lot from Glasgow.
Yeah.
It's called Bleed from
But if
Within.
it makes my friend.
And
Okay.
they don't need a shout out, but I think
People know them.
yeah,
Big band. Then.
people has to.
Yeah.
Everyone here in Scotland probably knows them. They're probably
Yeah. Could
national
have played the
heroes.
bass around the
Taking over the
world.
world now, and
Touring around the world.
I still haven't seen them live yet.
Yeah.
But it's on my bucket list. So
I've got a wee plug actually. I saw two of the members at the Opeth gig recently.
Yeah.
They were just chilling. They just showed up.
yeah, you should try to get them on there.
They might be on. They never know. Very
Yeah.
close to one of the episodes, so they never know.
But
Yeah.
I've listened to all their albums.
Right,
and
man,
I've
yeah.
become I even have a tattoo of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supporting the homies, the big homies like that. Sorry to go for Valentine's as well.
Yeah.
The past band got me into metal, believe it or not.
Bullet for my Valentine.
Bullet for my Valentine.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I listened to them, but like Poison and
But they're from
they're from South Wales.
yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
They sound like they're from they sound like they're from America because they definitely influenced a lot of bands like Avenged Sevenfold and Trivium.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they have a few very, very good albums.
Absolutely.
I probably listened to all of it a lot when I had like a CD player in my car, and I had this one CD with all the metal stuff in, and I used it so many times that it was broken, so I had to.
Yeah.
So I didn't have, but then now people probably don't even know what a CD is.
No, they put it on now streaming Spotify.
Yeah. But we sell CDs
Yeah.
on our site.
You see it on your Mets table.
Yeah.
T-shirts as well.
Yeah.
I picked up one of your T-shirts last gig.
Yeah.
What one was it? The last album that you released out?
Yeah, it's probably
the
yeah, it's the album cover, I think, the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the red light on it.
Yeah. That's kind
What's
of.
it called? That album?
It's just called Once a Week.
Once a Week.
Yeah, we did a Metallica Black Album thing, but it just fits. We felt that it wasn't just to try and to do what Metallica did and a lot of other bands did, maybe even before them, but it was just, it felt like this is a Once a Week, this is like our album, so we don't want to label it with one
nice
thing.
and simple way.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. Keep it simple as you can.
Yeah.
Some bands do that.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid, or keep it stupid, simple, I suppose.
Yeah, keep it low key, simple.
Yeah.
As I said. Yeah, but yeah, it's been good. Do you want to chat about a couple of other things? Maybe we've kind of close to up a wee bit now, but check out these guys as well.
Yeah.
Raise Valves. Shout out to these guys. It's kind of Mova Dingo tribute band. So not quite got a parody shirt. Picked this up at the last gig actually when they played Edinburgh.
Oh.
But believe it or not, there's a wee plug I'll tell you here. When I saw these guys, it was the last September, was it? There was the power shut off in the venue. So it was the first, I think, I noticed it. It was at the guy, we played a piece 3 or 4 songs in and then the power shut off. So they had to bail and just everyone had to leave the venue, so that was unexpected. It was at Redlands this happened. I don't remember exactly who was playing that night, but they were headlining, so I was at the end of the set, near the end of the last band came on, it was when the power just shut off.
Oh.
So unexpected.
Yeah.
But I think they played Edinburgh again, I think. So they got another gig I think later that year.
Okay.
Since they made up for all the shit happened and the power, so they paid in December that year, 2024, Winter Bash. So yeah, cool shit.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, and you got Once a Week jumpers on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you get them in the merch table, I guess?
No, we didn't have room for it on the Mercer. We have the same one but in a t-shirt.
Yeah. So they're like excuse, they're like uniforms.
Yeah. So we got these especially just for us. We had the same with the last album. So we had just one, so we can go and be live billboards.
Yeah. So,
and of course we want most people to buy our merch and be billboards for us.
Well, I picked up your t-shirt last time. I couldn't make it to the gig last night, but then the gig this year has happened already in Potsy. That's one of these things.
It's cool.
But
it was just tonight in Glasgow.
Yeah, I could get to Glasgow, head over.
Yeah.
It's just a bus journey over to the other side, it's not very far. So I could always jump on and just show up, you never know.
Yeah.
You got a few other gigs as well, I think. You're doing a whole UK tour and it's going for a while actually. You're playing down south again as well.
Yeah, it's a bit zigzag this tour because well not that much now. I think it's just Because we played Sutherland, and then we went down to Manchester, and then Newcastle.
Yeah, it was back and forth.
Yeah, it was that or have a earlier day off, and we figured it's too early in the tour to have a day off, so we will do that instead.
Play all the shows you can.
Yeah.
That's the mentality. Just play everything you can.
Yeah.
What do you do on your days off then?
Sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep and
Some people will go to work out, training, and just being tourists.
Yeah.
Looking around.
Did you manage to visit any places in Edinburgh as well? Was when you were in Edinburgh, you managed to visit the castle and.
We did last year, I think, or the year before. We did have some time, so we went and checked out the city and.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Apple Seat as well, was like how it's in the city centre as well.
Yeah.
You can hike up there. It's not a big hike, but you can do that. Like you can do it under half an hour to get to the top.
Okay. We'll probably have to do it next time.
Yeah.
Today
You're doing grassroots today, so
Yeah.
stuff in grassroots. You see.
Yeah, we have some. As I said earlier, they are doing some work things now, and when we finish here and we get to Glasgow, then we have to do some more. So
Yeah, that's good.
I'm the one that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the one that does all the merch things, so and it's a lot more than you would think, because you have to organize it and you have to make sure you have the best way to find a t-shirt. So it's a different system every year, but it gets better. So this year is probably the best system I have, so
that's good.
I can give you a t-shirt very fast if you want one. So if they come and want to pay, I will get the t-shirts, and we have t-shirts and patches for this tour, and we have the four of our albums. The debut album we don't have any more left, so we probably have to print out to get more.
Yeah.
But it's not the album that we sell as much of, so we don't do that many, and it's expensive to print out.
Yeah.
We probably have to do it. So.
All that, so
Yeah.
T-shirts and that.
And we fly with everything, so
Yeah.
we have to think about the weight.
You have to fly UK from Norway, I guess.
Yeah, so we put everything in. When we pack down the rack with all the equipment, we put the things in our bags and put maybe we try this way's perfect. Okay, this can go. No, you have to take out two pair of socks because we don't have enough. It's on the. It's just
airports.
right.
Airports are stressful places.
That's something I think we should talk about, is that the reason why we are on tour is because we're promoting a new album that came out 9th of April. It's called Far Out and Beyond.
Yeah, go check
That's
it out.
the reason why we're here in the UK, and check it out, please, people.
Yeah, buy it.
We like it.
Pick it up.
And we'd love to hear what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of metal reviews as well.
Yeah, we've had a few, and most. I think it's so far the only thing I can find is positive reviews. So
That's because we don't look at the bad ones.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there is any. At least not that. I would guess they would give us all the. If they made a review, then we would probably know about it. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, well, that's been good, guys. I think it's been a real pleasure to get you guys on the podcast. Real pleasure to take the time to come on. When we're going to wrap it up, but is there any way to check out your social medias and where you can check you guys out, music, social medias, all that?
Yeah.
You can check us out on YouTube once a week. On Facebook, Once Awake, on Instagram, Once Awake Official, Spotify, and all the streaming platforms.
All the platforms.
And our homepage.
Yeah, homepage is once and what you call
Once.
the sign where it's just a line.
If you Google Once Awake, it's the first thing that pops up. So our homepage. So
everyone knows about you now.
Yeah. It should be very easy to find.
And it should be updated and have all the info about tours. And if anyone is curious about anything,
Can I give you a bit of ad tour dates as well? Just, like Facebook.
Bands in town.
Bands in town.
So it's
Wine tree. You got wine tree or that? Because you call wine trees, or I call your winks in a tree.
Oh, no, I don't have that.
Oh, maybe you need to wait one of them. But
alright, that's a good tip.
Wine trees and then there's a wee shot of me actually. There's a video on YouTube, a shot of at the last gig last year. You might see me because I'm in one of your wee shots.
Yeah,
there was a guy filming the gig last year, wasn't there? And I think the shot was on YouTube with the bands who have, and you can see me with my Metallica patch somewhere.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't think I was there with my homie that day. Maybe I was with my homie that day, but I was there. I think it was myself that my homie's a student at uni and that as well. But I think I did say that to him, but I think he might have been away that day. But that's one of these things.
Yeah.
But it's real crazy to get you guys on the podcast. Episode 95, the first international band to come on this podcast, all the way to Norway.
Yeah.
Once a week. Cool.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming along.
It's been great.
We'll do a couple of fist bumps at the end. Well, if before that, if you want to check out some of my video game stuff, you've got my YouTube channel down at the bottom of the shots and box. See him headbanger for your video game stuff. I don't post much there anymore, but if you like video games, then check that out. Live game stuff as well.
Yeah.
So aside to that, but then we want to try and get this podcast as many subscribers as we can as well. So let's do that. We're getting up to 300, close to 350, 360 subscribers, so keep it going. We'll get to 400 soon. I know I can just say, I can give you guys some fist bumps. That's the way to do it, as hard as we can. And then I'll just lock up the camera, and then what I'll do is we'll take a wee photo for the thumbnail, guys. That's what we need to do, thumbnail photo for us.